Okay, let's try this again. Now we're on. Okay, let's see if the mic is working now. All right, let's just take the call and see what's going on. Okay, you're on. What was your question? Go ahead. And see what's going on.
I was just wondering,
yeah, go ahead.
condoms on your head?
Okay. So already starting off with that. Let's have somebody call in with some serious questions. We don't necessarily have a real topic tonight. It's more just focusing in on the calls because we were having some really good calls yesterday. So sorry, we have a kitty in the background. He's being mischievous. All right, so all right, we have another call here. Let me know if you guys can hear us. All right, you're on the Jewish Youth Chatline. What's your question? Pretty sure a lot of you have school in the morning, so calling in and saying that is, how are you supposed to get to bed? Did you want to talk about anything?
I thought we'd leave it open to the
callers, but apparently all they have to say is
what they want
smut.
to talk about. So
yeah,
you have a topic and you'd like to discuss it, please feel free to dial the number on the bottom of your screen.
Yep. Let's go ahead and take this call. All right, you're on. What's your question or comment? Oh, God.
Hey, hello?
Yeah, you're on.
Can I just say, can we see the kitty? Can we see the cat, first of all?
No, we've got a little bit of backup. Yeah, I got to cut you off if I keep hearing myself.
No, I'm serious about this call.
Okay, but I keep hearing myself in the background super loud. I got to hang up, sorry. That's awful. I can hear myself in the background. I'll try and turn it up for you guys.
Can't believe somebody wants to see the cat.
Yeah, I don't blame them. All right, let's try this. Maybe. All right, go ahead. You're on.
Yes, hi. I'm Isaac Silva, and I just wanted to know, how does it feel like to be Jewish?
How does it feel like to be a human being? It's a strange question.
That's true. And also, how can you convert to become a Jewish?
Well, you need to first off find a local synagogue and talk to a rabbi. It's not something you can just immediately.
I hope Adolf Hitler smites you.
Right. Hopefully we'll get some real calls. We had some really good calls yesterday, so if somebody could let me know how that call. Well, hopefully nobody heard that call, but if anybody was able to hear that call, if they could tell me what the audio was, because if there's an issue with if the audio is similar to last night's, is pretty much what I'm trying to make sure. If there are no synagogues nearby, it's going to be pretty difficult. All right, you're on. What's your question or comment?
Hello, my name is Ryan McEwen, and I'm a really religious person, and I would just like to do a starting prayer for everyone right now.
Sure, go ahead.
All right, so go take this. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed by thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our holy bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Don't let us fall into temptation, and deliver us from evil. Amen.
All right. Bit of a New Testament prayer, but all right.
Yeah, and also Jews have to die.
All right. Anything better than Jews have to die? That's it? hopefully we can get some better calls tonight. Right. So, man, I'm already gone, and it's only the beginning of the stream. Ivan is very professional. Yes, he is. He's most likely experienced more. You're on. Go ahead.
Yeah, hello. I just want to let you know. Wait, what is it now again? Is this the right number?
You're on
is
the
this,
you're on the Jewish
sorry,
Youth Chatline.
Oh, sorry. I keep interrupting you. Sorry, what are you saying?
We're on the. This is the Jewish Youth Chatline. Do you have a question or a comment?
Oh, the Jewish Chatline, you say?
Yes.
Oh, I thought this was the neo-Nazi Chatline. I'm terribly sorry. Wait, I'm not.
Right. All right. Ivan, please. Tell me, maybe jeez, anything new you've learned this week, or anything like that? Starting to lose my composure here already, and we've only just started.
Well.
All right, let's just take the next call. Maybe we'll get a good one. Who knows? All right, you're on. Go ahead.
What number is this?
There's really only a few ways you could have gotten this number, so hopefully you know where you are.
Oh, so this is the garbage HQ. Yeah, you haven't come to pick up my trash yet?
So last time Ivan said his family wasn't taking his conversion well. Is your family Christian or?
Oh, no, not at all. They are spiritual but non-religious. So they do non-denominational type spiritual activities. And consequently, they don't see the need to prescribe to a particular religion per se.
All right, you're on. Go ahead.
Hello? Do you remember me from yesterday? I called yesterday to talk about, I want to be Jewish. I live in Vietnam.
Yeah, the one eating foreskins.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about that, but I'm just telling my truth here, It's a life experience, I'm just trying to open up to you, then you just shut me down,
Well, I'm just hoping we can stay off of the topic of, because this is a family show, so we're trying to keep it PG.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry about that. I didn't. My bad. That is. Yeah, I just wanted to let you know. Do you have any tip for me to? Can I keep my foreskin after I cut it off, or no?
Yeah. Again.
Can I keep it in a little box?
We're trying to stay off of that sort of topic. We're trying to talk about.
I'm so sorry, Mister. What is the actual topic then?
Honestly, it's an open forum, but at the same time, I don't really want to talk about your foreskin.
No, that's okay. It's very small anyway, man. So what is your favorite movie?
We're just going back to yesterday, I guess. My favorite movie?
Yeah.
It's probably Groundhog Day.
Oh, Groundhog Day, very good. I like it very much. I kind of like the movie about Anne Frank, when she died in the fucking furnace.
All right. Anne Frank, not a topic we're willing to talk about. I'm really trying to. We're more trying to stay on. Maybe if anybody has any questions about Judaism or the Jewish faith, I'm perfectly willing to talk about that. But the Holocaust is kind of off limits for us. So
Let me also nip this in the bud. We are never going to have a penis show. So we can just take penis off the board of ideas for a topic because frankly, no one here wants to talk about penis.
All right, you're on. Go ahead with your question or comment.
Hey, sorry, last time when I rang, you said that you guys could hear yourselves. Is it okay now?
We couldn't. Say again.
Last time I called, you hung me up because there's like an echo or something.
Yeah, there was an echo.
Okay now?
Yeah.
Is it okay now?
Yeah. I can't hear myself. Go ahead with your question or comment.
Sorry. Yeah, so basically, I was just trying to say, you had a cute kitty in the back, and I just asked if you could see it, but I think you said no last time. Is that correct?
Yeah. No, the show isn't really about cats. The show is about Judaism and
Okay, sorry.
yeah.
Sorry. Alright, so yeah, I was just asking, so question to Ivan specifically, what did your family do exactly when you converted to Judaism? Because me, myself, I'm a Christian. I was thinking for a long time to converting. I even found a rabbi pretty locally. I live in Ireland, so, there's not that many rabbis around here. And I'm afraid my family will take it wrong as well. How can I like live with the fact my family will hate me forever?
Well, I know that in my case, it led to a lot of conversations, a lot of heated arguments over the dinner table, even prolonged arguments that would sporadically stop and start. My mother in particular was not really interested in my philosophical viewpoints on religion and faith, but she was also not supportive of me joining the Hebrew faith either. My father was more or less indifferent, but she was vehement. It even
your mother was a demon?
Vehement, angry, furious.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah. She even towed the line on, insulting and, emotional blackmail, if you will. So yeah, I know a great deal about not having that kind of support. But yeah, at the end of the day, you have two kinds of family. You have the family that you're born to,
Sorry, excuse me. I sneezed.
and then you have the family that you choose for yourself. The family that you choose for yourself are going to support you no matter what you decide to do, no matter what spiritual direction you choose to take with your life. And those are going to be the people that you meet in the community that is your faith. So create your family out of your faith, and you will always have support.
Okay, so basically it's just you're telling me to kind of pray the gay away?
We talked about that yesterday. That's not something you can do. Oh, Jesus. Okay, next call. Hopefully more serious.
Your caller just hung up. Press 2 to call.
Good.
My name is Ryan. I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Press 2 to call.
Okay. All right. Praying the gay way, not actually something that we do in Judaism. You cannot pray the gay way. That is a Christian notion. All right, you're on. Go ahead with your question or comment.
Yeah, hello.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Yeah, I'm trying to become Jewish.
Okay.
Where do I first start?
At a synagogue, talking to a rabbi, most definitely.
Oh, okay. I got another question.
Go ahead.
Oh, fuck. Oh, wait.
Yeah, so inappropriate language, definitely not something we can have on the show. This is a children's show. Or at least it's supposed to be. All right, go ahead.
Hello?
Yep, you're on. Go ahead.
Oh, hi. I was wondering, since a lot of biblical characters seem to change their name when there's an important spiritual moment in their life, like Abram into Abraham, or, Jacob into Israel, I was wondering if you were going to change your name to Onan, because you're a fucking jerk-off.
Before that comment, he actually seemed knowledgeable. That was solid setup for what could have been a great question. All right, let's get to the next caller. Go ahead, you're on.
My name is
Guys, got to try a little bit harder, please, by all means. All right. Ivan was talking earliar about the indifference of your family converting to Judaism. I am from a Jewish family, so I never had that stress, but it can be stressful if you're deciding to do it. It's difficult for the people around you to understand why or what you're doing. All right, go on. You're on the air. Go ahead.
Hi, I just have to ask, did Ivan defeat Palpatine?
Did Ivan defeat Palpatine?
Yeah. Star Wars?
No. Ivan is open to questions, real questions, not Star Wars questions. Palpatine. Sounds like a type of orange drink. So please call in.
Does anyone have a real topic for us?
Yeah, because we're very much open to talking. Because I know you guys want. Some of you really do want your voice heard and do want to hear what we have to say. And we're open to it. We're very much open to it.
Ivan?
All right, go ahead. What's your question or comment?
What's the tattoo on the side of Ivan's head for? Like, do you need that if you're Jewish, or is that just optional?
Oh no, that I got before my conversion. I actually got that in 1995. It's a tribal design.
Wait, you got it when you were a Nazi?
Christ, Evan. Oh God. For anyone that does have a question or that wants to know about tattoos, they are actually against the faith. Let's just go ahead and take the next caller and pretend like that didn't happen. Okay, go ahead. What's your question or comment?
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Right now.
Yeah, right now. You're on. Please.
Okay. So if you guys get high, is it offensive to call you baked?
If we get high,
Hello?
Yeah, I don't quite understand the question.
Oh, okay. So if you guys get high, is it offensive to call you baked?
Oh, I see. Okay. So those words that were said on the call before this, it's not funny, and also it's offensive. You don't understand the people that you're hurting by saying words like that. You're on. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, you're on. Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm just really nervous. I'm just actually a really big fan.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad. Yeah.
I've been watching your stream for a little bit, and I just don't like what they're saying in chat, It just makes me sad to see,
How long have you been watching?
For about 4 days now.
This is our third stream, so it's kind of strange that you've been watching for 4 days.
There have been clips saw you guys like on YouTube. It's kind of weird.
On YouTube?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. Well, by the way, when's the yarmulke giveaway?
Yarmulke? We're not giving away yarmulkes.
I was told that yarmulke. I was told that yarmulke.
No yarmulkes. All right, can't really hear you, caller. Gotta have to. Okay, how would my family react if I wanted to convert to another faith? In other religions, people would not take kindly to that. For example, in Islam, apostles are to be killed. Is it the same for Judaism? Of course not. It's not the same. We do not punish. There's a great theme in Judaism called Jewish guilt. So I won't be killed, but I'll definitely want to kill myself for the amount of guilt my mother would give me. All right, let's move on to the next caller. All right, go ahead. Caller, you're on.
Hi, yeah, I was calling about the free yarmulke giveaway.
We're not giving away yarmulkes.
No, my buddy Travis Walker told me you guys are giving away free yarmulkes.
No, we're not giving away yarmulkes. I don't have any yarmulkes to give away. You want to buy one? Send me money. I'll send you a yarmulke. All right, moving on. Hopefully we can get real callers. We're not giving away yarmulkes today. We don't have yarmulkes to give away. Yesterday we actually had good calls. I don't know what's going on anymore. All right, let's try this one out. All right, you're on. Go ahead. What's your question or comment?
Give me a second.
All right. Is Mountain Dew from the same company as Mountain Dew? Is it like Jewish Mountain Dew? Never heard of Mountain Dew, but I think my father is a Mountain Jew. Bada bing. All right, moving on. All right, go ahead with your question or comment.
Hi, I was calling in. I wanted some spiritual advice from you guys. I'm going through a very tough time in my life.
All right,
I
yeah.
just wanted some advice.
Yeah, that's what we're here for. Go ahead.
So, I don't really know how to say this, but my grandpa, when I'm sitting in my bed at night, and like he comes down and sits next to me, and it's really scary, and like he just whispers in my ear, nigger.
This is a family show. I'm sure there are children watching, so when you call in with that sort of language, understand that, you know, all right, let's just move on. Let's not even comment on it. I'm more open to just listening to questions in chat as opposed to taking these horrible calls that are just offensive. Because if there are people, if there are African Americans watching and they hear that sort of language, I'm sure they you know, don't appreciate you using that sort of language. The same with any race. It's not necessary. It's not funny. All right, you're on. Go ahead. What's your question or comment?
Do you know that movie where like that guy was on that building or whatever? He like went to this other country for this business thing and they tried to kill him, and he had like blonde hair in the family. That's what Ivan looks like. He's like gay and weird at the same time.
Okay, so comments about Ivan being gay. Not funny. He's not gay. As I've said many times, homosexuality isn't accepted in Judaism. Let's see here. What is the Jewish opinion on surveillance cameras? At no point did I claim that I speak for all Jews, so it's pretty much impossible for me to answer that question. Um, all right.
At no point did I claim that I speak for all
Yeah,
Jesus,
you gotta mute
pretty
your.
much involved.
Yeah, okay. So I gotta ask that if you guys are calling, please mute the stream because I can hear myself over the phone. So it kind of ruins it for the people watching because they can't hear and neither can I. And I'm not gonna have 3 people talking at once in the same phone. If you want to know my opinion on surveillance cameras, how else do you know when somebody's who somebody is when they rob you, if you're working in a store, or when somebody steals from your house? All right, you're on. Go ahead with your question or comment.
Can I just tell a little story of how I actually converted to Judaism?
All right, yeah, sure, go ahead.
Alright, well, somebody once told me that the world's gonna roll me, but they also told me I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. Then the woman who told me this, she was looking kind of dumb, with a finger on her thumb. In the shape of an L on her forehead.
Okay, were you talking? That's poetic, you know. That's real poetry.
Well, the years start coming, and they don't stop coming.
Yeah, that's for sure.
The rules, and hit the ground running.
I agree.
It makes sense. Nothing is for fun. Your brain gets smart, but your head gets dumb.
Yeah.
So what's to do? So what's wrong with taking the man?
I thought that was actually very poetic. So, I mean, clearly he was joking, but whatever was in that joke rang true. There was something real about it. All right, go ahead. You're on.
Okay, I have a question because I'm Catholic and I want to switch to Judaism.
Okay, sure. It's a little bit hard for me to hear you. If you could speak up a little bit.
Oh, okay. So I'm Catholic and I might want to switch to Judaism
Yeah, sure. Yeah, of course.
for about circumcision because Jewish women won't take anything that's less than 20% off.
Yeah. If anybody, okay, so circumcision seems to be a pretty reoccurring topic on the show. I don't know what your people's obsession with penises, but it's astounding, truly. All right, go ahead. You're on.
Hello. My name is Joseph. I live in Sweden currently, and I have a serious question for Ivan.
Sure.
That's okay. Hello, Ivan. I'm a big fan of you too. I recently just watched you. I started watching, and I just want to know, Ivan, will you fuck me to my ass, please?
You guys are terrible. Oh, man. Ivan's a good guy. I don't know why you guys need to say stuff like that. Oh, God. All right, you're on. Go ahead.
I hate niggers. I hate Jews. I hate sticks and arrows.
Jesus Christ. All right. Jesus Christ. All right. And no offense to anybody if I see Jesus Christ, you know, it's not... Okay. All right, you're on. Go ahead.
Hello, my name is Khalid Noor. I'm a Somali pirate and I am the captain now.
Okay.
I think he said Ismaili pirate.
He's a Somali pirate,
Okay.
and the ship is mine now?
Something like that.
All right. Moving on. All right, you're on. Go ahead.
I have a question.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
That was brave.
Yeah, that was an interesting question. Kind of missing most structure of a sentence, but all right. All right, you're on. Go ahead.
I hate Jews. I hate slicks and
Starting to get old, and it's not funny, and you're gonna some really inappropriate language. We can't be saying stuff like that.
You'll go blind doing that.
I think that's more of a Christian sentiment, going blind.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. You're on the air.
Sorry, I'm laughing at your last call. I just want to say a poem like the man before us, or before me, I think, because my stream is a little slow.
I'm having a hard time understanding you.
I'm going to read you a poem.
Oh, okay, yeah, we're very, very open to poetry. Go ahead.
Chilling with a hair tie, no makeup with some sweatpants on.
Language is unacceptable. I don't really want to answer that question because I know it isn't sincere, but everyone is allowed to be Jewish. There is not a short list of people that are allowed to be Jewish. Everyone can be Jewish. I know there's a very large community in Ethiopia of Ethiopian Jews, and there's nobody said that they weren't allowed to. So, all right, go ahead. You're on.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, okay, thank you. So, my name is Niels. I've been wanting to converge into Judaism for a year now.
Okay.
And, I'm sorry. Like, I don't know how to go about it with my parents.
Okay. We've talked about this quite a few times on the stream. You need to go to a synagogue and speak to a rabbi.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a rabbi. I can't snap my fingers.
Yeah, that's okay, thank you. But, can I ask one more thing?
Sure.
How do I kill myself without my parents finding out?
I didn't even need to hit the button on that one. Gays cannot be Jewish, no. Answer that question a billion times. All right, go ahead. You're on.
hello, what's the theme today?
The theme, we don't really have one. We're more just just saying what we want to say, pretty much.
Okay, so you're accepting callers, but you don't know what you're gonna talk about. I know you guys are Jewish, but I at least want to know what we're gonna be talking about, like debating, discussing. I don't know.
Well, frankly, we're just waiting for someone to bring up a good topic, and then we're going to comment on it.
Want to talk about the elitists in the world.
The elitists, okay, yeah, sure.
So, yeah. So where do we start? There are a lot of rich Jews in the world, right? They own big banks, they're strong in economics, etc. What's your opinion on that?
Your phone is giving it's got a pretty bad signal, so it's a little bit hard for me to hear you. But there are just as many poor Jews as there are rich Jews. I wouldn't say that a majority of Jews are rich. I think that's a bit of a generalization.
And also, I would even venture to say that the Jews make up maybe 5% of the upper 1%.
Yeah.
So yes.
So it's not like we're running around, pockets filled to the brim with money. It's not.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, we can still hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, that's not really true in my opinion, because most Jews are really rich, and it's really a stereotype. But it's a fact. It's actually
I agree that it is a stereotype. It's exactly that, a stereotype. It isn't true.
But it is true. I'm not trying to be offensive, but
If that's true, where is my ivory tower? Where are my golden plates and golden silverware? I'm very much low class. I'm not rich. I'm poor. So I don't. The fact, saying that all Jews are rich is a fallacy, a pure lie. My family isn't rich, and we make up six out of the.
Bracelet and even. Is that the golden necklace or?
Golden necklace?
I just see things.
Did you have a question?
Yeah.
Go ahead, please, because this conversation's kind of.
Can I ask? Oh yes, sir. Can I ask the viewers something?
Yeah, sure. Ask the viewers a question.
Hey guys, in Twitch comment section, even if our guy, do you want to use our guy?
Don't quite understand what he was saying. A really good question that I saw on the chat was somebody said, "What if someone is disabled and cannot pray properly?" Well, the one thing, do they not go to heaven? Great question, and I have a two-part answer for you. The first answer is that what is the proper way of praying? Prayer is prayer. You talking to God and you asking God is a prayer. There's no proper way of praying. Unless you're Orthodox, in that case, there are many steps to it, but at the same time, all prayer is just as meaningful. Also, do they not go to heaven? Well, unlike Christianity, there's no such thing as hell. Everyone goes to heaven. The whole point is, be a good person before you get there. You want to do good by others, knowing that you're going to a great place, knowing that your deeds, your deeds on earth will be, rewarded in heaven. Now, do bad people go to heaven? Yes, they do. But I mean, there's always the evil eye is always watching. God knows.
Well, not to disagree with you or anything, but also there is a reward for doing the right thing here on earth, by making life, which is in a way purgatorial to begin with, because life is hard for everyone. I mean, that's just the fundamental fact. Life is hard. Through random acts of kindness and giving, and by doing so, alleviating the suffering in the lives of others, you, in a way, make life just a little more bearable. You make that flower that pops up through the crack in the sidewalk that much easier to notice. And if you can like lessen the suffering of another human being, then you have brought yourself great joy. And in so doing, you've made this life less difficult than it was to begin with. So there is a reward tangibly here in the here and now, and not just in a afterlife.
I see why they love you so much. All right.
There's that angry little man.
Well, whoever that was, he sounded very mad. People in the chat asking for a yarmulke giveaway. Learn to spell yarmulke. Maybe I'll give you a yarmulke. So.
Send a self-addressed stamped envelope.
Yeah, there you go. We live at 123 Elm Street. Okay. Let's take this call. Go ahead, you're on. I'm glad we're still having our highbrow callers still calling in.
Maybe he thought he was calling a different show.
Maybe it was a Buddhism chat line people were telling us about. If someone is black, can they be Jewish? Of course. Of course. Anyone can be Jewish. And, there's no rule saying against it. But, So do the bad people not get punished? What is the punishment for not being good on earth?
Guilt.
Well, yeah. Well, no, guilt is the punishment on earth.
Yes.
I like to point out that heaven is run by God. And I'm not saying it almost sounds like a loophole for hell, but I have to say it's very vague. There isn't a lot. There are no additions to the Torah. There is no New Testament. There is no Part 2. There is no, Torah 2, The Vengeance. There's no sequel title. There's no, Electric Boogaloo.
Yes, God doesn't make a turnaround and decide to be a nice guy overnight. If you've read the Torah, you know that he was a wrathful, jealous, and punishing God. And, the only hell that I know that exists is a life plagued with guilt, doubt, and shame. And those are things that you inherit when you do bad things.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so your question was, can black people be Jewish? Why can't gay people be Jewish? Because gay people, they're not born gay. Black people are born gay. Are born black, not born gay. Gay people are not born gay. They choose to be gay. That is a choice. They're actively sinning. So,
Your caller just hung up. Press 2 to call. Call from.
Go ahead, you're on.
Oh, sorry. I was just wondering if I could convert to be Jewish.
It sounds like you're talking through a fishbowl. I don't know if you're on speakerphone, but if you could, talk into a microphone of some sort.
Oh, okay. I'm talking into my mic now. So I was wondering if I could convert into a Jewish person, please.
Can you convert into a Jewish person?
Yes. See, my family is Jewish, and my parents are also. So I just want to know if I could convert into being Jewish.
Anybody can convert to being Jewish.
All right.
Did you have a serious question?
Yes.
Okay. Good Lord.
Or a giveaway.
All right, go ahead. You're on.
Hi, do you know where I can get a good personal loan with a low interest rate?
Your bank? Any bank? All right, good call.
How would I convert to shekels?
Shekels? You're from Maine, so I don't imagine you use shekels in Maine.
We mostly use lobsters.
Lobsters. Sir, that is a good point. Thank you for calling. Does Judaism believe in demonic possessions like Christians? They hear there are spirits and mezuzahs in Judaism. I am not a rabbi, so I'm pretty much just riffing here. We do not believe in demons. And the mezuzah has a piece of the Torah in it. So we kiss it when we walk in. It's basically another form of prayer. I'm not sure about spirits. Frankly, I wasn't taught much of that. It's not a literal interpretation. Nobody believes in spirit. It's more of, it's more of a metaphor. All right, you were on the Jewish Youth Chatline. Good questions, though. Same guy has been asking really good questions in the chat. Don't believe in demons, but you believe in God. There's kind of a disconnect there. Demons is something that was created in the New Testament. The Old Testament is a much clearer message. the New Testament is where you guys get this hocus pocus magic idea from. Judaism is not the same thing. Demons and God are not of the same ilk.
But I think necromancy and witchcraft have been mentioned in the Torah.
I'd say it's more, you know, in a Disney movie there's an evil person. I think that's the Torah's way of subtly saying this is the bad guy, the person that uses dark magic and evil magic. So again, it's not to be taken literally. It's not to be taken literally as magic. Maybe more just the actions that they did were so cruel and unusual that, you know, the only explanation is that they're a sorcerer. All right, you're on. Go ahead.
Can Jewish people have anal sex?
No, that's a sin. This is not a sex show.
Yeah, this is not Dr. Drew.
Yeah. What's Dr. Drew?
It's a show.
Okay.
It's a thing.
Let's see here. Here Jews cast spells that create a spirit that protects their house or something like that. That's such a complicated statement. Getting into that again. All right, you're on. You're on. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got a two-part question. I was just wondering if I could be Jewish even though I'm black.
Of course, yes. I've answered that probably 3 times. Nobody is going to get turned. You know, is going to be turned away.
Okay, and then I'm just wondering too because I'm not circumcised. Is that something that has to be done?
No. Nobody. No.
Okay, and then another thing is I smoke weed every day. Is that a problem?
Of course, drugs are. It's sinful to alter your mind with drugs.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate it, and my buddy Alex Hoyt gave me this number, and I just want to thank him for helping me get in touch with you.
All right. Yeah. Thanks for calling.
Thank you.
Yeah. That was a decent call. Are transgendered people able to are transgendered people able to convert to Judaism? No, because they have mental health issues. They need to see a psychiatrist and get help because there's something wrong with them mentally. So hopefully we can get some better. That was a pretty good call. Honestly, today is a little bit better. Well, the supernatural aspects of Judaism is really not the focus of Judaism. You know, I'm sure the Christians believe that they have to read every single word of the Bible for them to be holier and for them to be right. But frankly, it's more of a lifestyle and a culture rather than, I mean, as an American, have you read the Constitution, every single inch of it, every single letter of it, and therefore you're a better American? I mean, maybe that would make you a better American. But either way, that the Constitution was written hundreds of years ago. For you to take everything that they say literally and to say, you know what, you know, these things, these, you know, antiquated ideas need to be taken literally today in today's society is ridiculous. And I believe that Judaism agrees with that. I literally cannot read a single word in chat because all I'm getting is just hate speech. I am willing to take more calls though. It's a decent comment you made, but you know, again, it's more, geez, you know, I don't know how to ban people, but ban. Okay. And ban. All right. So, yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'm just gonna start banning the people that are doing that in chat because that's a little ridiculous. All right, go ahead.
Hello, I have a question.
Sure.
Like, do Jews go off the Bible? Like, what do they go off of?
The Bible is the New Testament. It was written as an addition to the Torah. We go based off of the Torah, and the Torah is the older book. It's the one with Moses and Abraham, Adam and Eve, all that good stuff. And the New Testament is the story of Jesus and his apostles.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, God, I've always been questioning that. And also another question.
Sure.
Crap, hold on, what was that question? Yeah. So, why are the Jewish men looked down on?
I don't believe the Jews are looked down on. Who looks down on the Jews?
Basically, a lot of society.
Well, clearly, based on this talk show, I believe you might be correct. But in the real world, I doubt any single one of you would walk up to any Jew on the street and harass him like a lot of the people in the chat do.
Well, just look at Europe. Look at what's going on in Europe.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it historically has been accurate to be stated that the Jews have been delegated to slums and ghettos of many cities, put in out-of-the-way places so that they don't have to be seen by the common folk, the majority, if you will. So in a way, yes, the Jews have been a minority for a very, 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 very long time.
Yeah. Well, that's all I've got.
Did you have anything else to say, or?
Nah, that's all I got.
All right.
All right.
Thanks for calling.
Thanks for calling.
Well,
Pretty good call. So the All right, let's take this next call. Oh man, so many people in the chat just spamming. There's no purpose. I don't see how people with mental illnesses. No. It's not that they can't convert. It's that they have to. God. They need to seek mental help before they're ready to convert. Before they're prepared for that. You know, conversion requires. Oh man. Sorry, just, hopefully we'll get a couple more calls. All right, go ahead, you're on.
Hi, how do you feel about the current problem in Europe, given that certain Jewish sects are coming out and saying that basically they're going to be the forefront in basically multiculturalizing all of Europe? So as in, Europe will no longer be a white continent, it will now be a multicultural continent.
Well, politics is really something we don't quite talk about, and I have to admit I'm pretty ignorant on the subject. I don't know much about that. I don't know if you wanted to elaborate a little bit.
Well, it seems to be just all over. You see all sorts of people connected to Jewish organizations and so on and so forth, just kind of seeming to fund and wishing to procreate this idea of multiculturalism. And the current multiculturalist climate is actually, it goes back to the Frankfurt School of Germany and the whole social justice warrior thing. It's actually just cultural Marxism. So I'm just wondering how you feel about that.
Are you suggesting that Jews are basically the reason for diversity?
No, I'm not suggesting that, because that would be an ignorant assumption. You can't just say everybody's going out to do things. But there are people, just like from any denomination, going out and going after specific goals. I'm asking you if you feel like this is a negative change, or if you feel like this is something people should be avoiding.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with diversity. I didn't know that the Jews in Europe and the Jewish organizations in Europe were suggesting diversity. That is new information to me. Personally, I live in America.
You can actually look it up. You can see people coming on and getting interviewed and basically saying that Jewish people are going to be at the forefront of multiculturalizing Europe.
I didn't know that. It doesn't really affect me, though, so can't say that.
It probably won't, and probably never will. I appreciate it. Thank you for answering.
Yeah, no problem.
Bye.
Call from
Jim,
All right, you're on. Go ahead.
am I live?
You're live, yeah.
Fuck!
Thank you. What's Judaism's stance on things like doctors keeping people alive even though they're brain dead, like vegetables, etc.? Well, you know, I can't speak for Judaism, and the Torah doesn't really talk about that much, or at least not in depth. That's more of an interpretation. You're on. Go ahead.
Hello, yes. I was told there was a Torah giveaway.
A
It was 1, 2, 3 Torah giveaway.
Well,
That's what I was told. I'm not trying to be like bad or anything, but that's what I was told.
Torahs are really, really hard to come by. So if I had a Torah to give away, I'd be sitting pretty.
Okay, sorry to interrupt, but can I share my story with you from when I went to Israel?
Yeah, sure. Sure, go ahead.
Okay, so when I went to Israel, there were like riots, like at the time, which was very not a good time, you know? And so I almost got like beaten by the Israeli army, but I showed them ID and they learned that was birthright, so they were like, okay, you're fine, go away. And so I told them kill a nigger.
Almost a decent call. I'm doing very well, thank you. Except for the people coming in and saying racial slurs. What's organ donation, blood donation? No, we allow organ and blood transplants. It's perfectly fine. Go ahead, you're on.
I have a two-part question.
Sure.
I was just wondering, what's that condom on your head, and what is the dude like doing in the back? Like, did he take out his pants or something?
This is a yarmulke. It's to remind us that God is always above us, and he stepped out for some water.
Oh, okay. And what's that decoration in the back? Is that like the Jewish symbol?
That's a menorah. That's what we light on Hanukkah.
Oh. And one more thing. Can I get a Kappa spam in chat? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
Kappa. Somebody would like to call in and tell me what that's supposed to mean.
I think it's a fraternity.
Kappa. Yeah, that's a
Greek letter.
Greek letter. All right, go ahead. You're on.
Hello?
Yep, you're on. Please, your question or comment.
Yeah, I got a question for you. So when Jews go to hell instead of Satan, they have like Hitler. I'll have a double triple bossy deluxe on a wrap, 4x4 animal style, shingles on a shimmy with a tree, light axle grease, make it cry, burn it, and then it's
It's difficult for me to understand that caller. A lot of people posting faces in the chat. And the faces say Kappa. So that must be Kappa. Does Ivan miss bacon? That is a good question.
Yeah.
Being a Jew is hard.
Yeah.
I'd be lying if I said I haven't eaten bacon once.
I miss cheeseburgers.
Cheeseburgers?
God.
Yeah. That's something I did not have growing up, was cheeseburgers. All right, next caller. All right, go ahead. You're on.
Oh, hello. I just want to let you know that Caesar did nothing wrong and hell should be covered.
Right, it's really difficult for me to talk to somebody who's apparently in a bathtub.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Good call. Good call. Good call. Moving along. Cheeseburgers are a no-no. You're not allowed to mix milk and meat. It is considered drowning the child in the mother's milk. Let's take a call from a private number. All right, go ahead. You're on.
Hey.
Hello. Yes, please. Your question or comment. Go ahead.
Yeah, I have a very serious question about Judaism, right?
Okay.
So, when Jews go to hell, right? Like, do Jews have hell?
No, there's no hell.
Okay, I was wondering, because, if they had hell, I was wondering, instead of, Satan, Christianity, I was wondering if they had Hitler, to torture their soul for eternity.
We're not really... whatever. The topic is never going to be the Holocaust. Or World War II. Or calling me Joseph Stalin. There's nothing funny about calling me Joseph Stalin. Stop calling me that. Alright. Go ahead, you're on.
1 second. Let me get my act together. 1 second. Let me get my act together. I'm sorry for this. Okay. So, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry.
It sounds like you're juggling your phone. Could you take it off a speakerphone at least?
Okay, yeah, give me a second. So I heard 1, 2, 3 for news giveaway. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
We'll tackle that question in a second, because that's a good question for you, Ivan. All right, you're on. Go ahead.
Hey, I have a couple questions for you.
Sure.
This is about, any religion. So, knowing every single religion has a God, why did you pick Judaism over any other, even though every single religion relies on the same God if you think of it literally? Because every God, Allah equals God, and then whatever you guys call God, all that, it's all relying on the same God.
Well, clearly I didn't choose Judaism. I was born a Jew. But Ivan?
You're correct in your statement that God is all things or God is nothing. So that much is true. The different spiritual paths each have differing religious laws that were passed down to geographical people from a particular place. So consequently, Islam refers to the Arabs, whereas Judaism refers to the Hebrews. Some would even argue that Christianity is an offshoot of Judaism because it involves Jesus Christ, who was a Jew. Every religion has a different set of strictures, stories, allegories, and so on that teach you how to live a life, teach you how to conduct yourself in a way that is pleasing to God. Judaism is just older than most of the other religions combined, and I believe that most of the other religions have pulled a great deal from Judaism as a starting place. So if you're asking who copied who, Judaism was the first.
All right. I've also got one more question.
Sure.
So, being Jewish, isn't Judaism a open religion, accepting everybody?
Yes.
Why does it not accept gays? I know it's a sin, but if people love to be who they want to be in an open society, why are they not allowed to be themselves, but pray to the God that they want to pray to?
Well, for pretty much the exact same reason you said at the beginning, because it is a sin. Then you are actively sinning and openly all right with it. Sinning is something we all do. I understand that. But if you're okay with being a sinner, then, Judaism isn't the place for you.
Well, and also at the time when that was passed into law, the Jewish people were very low in number. And so one of the things that they were trying to propagate is a proliferation of the Jewish people. And so it was not productive for men to lay with men as it was for men to lay with women, and thus produce more Jews. So you have to look at it that way too. So in not propagating the Jewish line and creating a legacy for yourself, a family line, if you will, you were committing a sin against God.
All right.
The idea is to make babies, to put it shortly. And if you're not making babies, you're not doing it right.
Yeah.
Because, a man is only as great as the accomplishments of his sons. So, yes.
Are you allowed to have friends who are gay? Of course. You can be friends with anyone you like. Was that your last question?
I've got one more. So, you guys aren't allowed to eat
milk and meat, or pork, or shellfish. There's quite a few. Anything that isn't kosher or parv.
And why is that? Why was that created, and what back then started Judaism, or knowing that God created Judaism, but also fell back to create Christianity, knowing that these two guys are the same exact, what's the biggest difference about Judaism and Christianity, even though they relied on the same exact God?
The Jews didn't create Christianity, so to say that God went back and did it, no, we don't agree with that. We don't believe that there was a second coming. We don't believe that Jesus was a Messiah. So I can't say that it's based on the same God. No, their religion is based on our religion. It's not the same God at all. It's a book written, 3,000 years after ours was written. So clearly there's a huge disconnect there. It's not like God decided to come back 3,000 years later and try again. No.
Oh, and also be a nice guy and forgive everyone and, sing Kumbaya. Also, I wanted to address the question about the kosher diet. Back in the day when that was made into law, they did not have the curing process.
Yeah. Try eating raw pork and see what happens. It's dirty meat. It's bad for you.
And the refrigeration and everything like that. So people were literally dying from what they ate.
Yes.
The parasites alone killed a large number of people. So this was made into law back then to protect the people from what was in the food, what was in the animals. So yes, and also back then it was very common for people to bathe in rivers and streams. So consequently, the water was polluted, so the shellfish was polluted, and so that's what led to no shellfish, so yes.
All right, well, that's all I had.
All right. Thank you for calling.
Good luck.
It's a really good call.
Call from
Jeff.
All right, you're on. Go ahead.
I love you.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're hot. Like, I want you inside of me.
That's a sin, unfortunately.
But I love you.
I'll take it. All right.
Hey, you're popular.
All right, you're on. Go ahead.
I just wanted to start off by saying my phone died earlier, so I couldn't reply to Harley. And then another thing is you said that homosexuals cannot be Jewish.
Yes, homosexuals cannot be Jewish.
Okay, so is there like an exception for you and Ivan, or?
Are you suggesting that me and Ivan are homosexuals?
I thought that's what this was.
Me and Ivan are not homosexuals. Stop calling. We are friends. We met in synagogue. It's as simple as that. Ivan is not a homosexual. I am not a homosexual. All right? You guys need to stop calling with that nonsense. It's rude, frankly. Ivan, he's trying to... clearly, he's a learned man, and calling him a homosexual is wrong and unfounded, and I think it's rude and disrespectful. All right, you're on. Go ahead.
To verify your phone number, please press 1.
All right. There went that call. All right. Next call. All right, you're on. Go ahead. Hello? Go ahead, you're on. Yeah, you're on. Hello? Oh, man. Having a really hard time with the phones right now.
Call from
All right. Go ahead, you're on.
Hello?
Yep, you're on. Go ahead.
Yeah. I got an issue.
Okay, could you speak up? You're a little bit far from the mic.
Yeah, I got an issue.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Are you a homosexual? Are you a homosexual?
Do you guys have anything better to do than to call into a show and accuse two men of being a homosexual?
Hello?
Yeah, you're on. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yep, you're on. Go ahead.
Oh, hello?
Yes, you're on. Go ahead.
Okay, sorry. I had a question.
Yep, sure.
So, my friend, he's, well, I can't say his full name, but, his name is Shadow. Well, I wouldn't say his full name, but can I refer to him by his username?
Sure, that's fine. If you want to keep him anonymous.
His name is ShadowLink142.
Okay.
He's been having some prostate issues, and he's trying to come out of the closet, and he's gay.
He's gay.
Yeah,
Okay, and he's having issues with his prostate.
And no, he's trying to come out to the world.
Okay. It's not really on the topic of Judaism.
No. Fuck niggas.
I didn't hear you. Say that again? No. Okay. Right. All right, you're on. Go ahead.
Hi. I was wondering, if I want to transfer to Judaism, do I have to get another circumcision, or is my current one good enough?
I don't know why people keep calling in with that question. Could you talk about something serious?
Yeah, I have an actual serious question.
Okay.
Just trying to loosen you up here.
All right.
How many really died in the Hall hoax? I heard it was 6 Gorillion, but I want to make sure here.
Got some comedians. All right, go ahead. You're on.
Yeah, hello. I just have a question real quick.
Sure.
I gotta, hold on real quick. I got to think of it.
All right, take your time, caller.
All right.
I'm just kidding. All right, so because Ivan sinned in his past before he converted, does it go against him in the afterlife? Does it?
Oh.
You must have asked the rabbi.
Well, when you convert, it's sort of a cleansing process, and it, washes you clean of your past when you step into manhood as a Hebrew man. So yeah.
That's a good answer. That's a very good answer. You're on. Go ahead.
Hi, I have one question.
Yeah, sure.
Like, what's that book that they use Jewish people? Like it's a book. What's that called?
It's called a Siddur.
No, not that.
The Torah?
No, not that one. It's like a book, and like Jewish people use it. I don't know what it is. Like it's actually called though. I'm trying to figure it out.
There's a Siddur, and then there's a Torah. Those are the only ones.
No, not those ones.
It's a book of prayer?
No, not that.
I'm not sure I can answer your question.
Alright, I'll just skip that one. Sorry. Can I get a cap of spam in chat? Hitler did nothing wrong. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Looking like the stream's gonna just careen off the cliff like it usually does. Hopefully people are advertising the proper mediums, because I know a lot of people actually do have good things to say. I hope you guys are telling people about this. There's a similar number that keeps calling. I'm not going to pick it up. I might do one more call. When you see Jews in public, they wear suits, flat hats, and a single curly strand of hair on both sides of their head. Is this a cultural or religious thing? That's a religious thing for Orthodox Jews. I don't know why, though. That's just part of their. I wouldn't separate cultural and religious when it comes to Judaism, though, because they are one and the same. So it is both a cultural and religious thing, but of the more intense, more Orthodox version of it.
Those are the guys that I would ask about conversion.
Yes,
really
definitely.
Yeah.
All right, you're on. Go ahead.
Hey, before I start, can I just say that I'm really sorry about what's going on here?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Like, I think it's very immature.
Yes.
That they shouldn't do this to you guys. You guys are really good.
Thank you.
Okay, so I would like to make a prayer for all the quote-unquote bad people in this stream.
Oh, sure. Yeah, feel free.
Okay. Here you go. I'm a little bit shy. Sorry.
It's okay.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised, on the playground was where I spent most of my days. Chilling, out maxing, relaxing, all cool, and all shooting some b-ball outside of the school. When a couple of guys were up to no good, started making trouble, like, in my neighborhood. I got in one little fight, and my mom got scared. She said, "You're moving with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air."
Okay. It's a little bit of a personal prayer. I'm not against personal prayers, but I was hoping for a prayer for those of us in chat that have been a little bit mischievous. But it was a good call nonetheless. Did I miss something in the last call?
No.
Was he making fun of me?
Yes.
Hello?
It's not funny.
Am I on stream?
Yeah, you're on the stream. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Okay. I was just wondering, do you have any opinions on Hitler?
This is not a stream about the Holocaust. What opinion would I need for Hitler?
I was just wondering.
Why? Why were you wondering? Can we talk about something other than Hitler? Is it a sin to hurt or kill someone else if it's in self-defense or defense of others? No. Of course not. Just hoping people kind of stay away from World War II. Please, God. Okay, hopefully we get another call. Yeah, that's a good point. We'll have Ivan take the next call. What is it?
Why?
Well, because I want to, I'm kind of getting tired of talking to these miscreants.
All right. I'll take the next caller, whoever calls.
All right, this is for you, Ivan.
Oh, God. Hello, caller. You're on the air?
Hello.
Yes. How are you this evening?
Hi. I've really been wondering about, Judaism, Judaism. How do you say it?
Judaism.
Okay.
And I was just wondering, like, it's like a real important factor for me. What is Judaism's view on the abominable snowman?
If he says Judaism one more time.
The abominable snowman.
The abominable snowman.
Yeah.
Was that
like,
a Yeti?
Like a Yeti?
That's kind of an offensive term, but
Yeah.
That's what the abominable snowman is. He's a Yeti.
They really didn't have much snow in Israel.
That's a good point. I think the abominable. I think it's like another take on like the golem, or like other.
Well, golem was made out of stone.
Well, I mean, but I'm saying it's in the same vein.
So like a snow
It's
golem.
a beastie. It's a beastie.
Okay. So to frighten your children.
Yeah, exactly. The Baba Yaga.
Okay, yeah.
who's the top?
What did he even say? Why are you laughing? What did he say?
Oh my god.
What did he say?
No, it's all good. You didn't miss anything.
We were just talking about Baba Yaga, and then you burst out in laughter.
Yeah. I heard that, caller.
What did he say? All right, moving on. What is the Jewish teaching on knee guards? Don't quite understand what that's supposed to mean. Knee guards? All right, go ahead.
Okay, hi. I have a little poem that I want to read off to you guys. Is that okay?
Go ahead. Yeah, sure. We're open to poems, any sort of poetry, as long as it isn't the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. All right, go ahead. Or Smash Mouth.
Music is a lot like love. It's all a feeling, and it fills the room from the floor to the ceiling. I see miracles all around me. Stop and look around. It's all astounding. Water, fire, air, and dirt. Fucking magnets. Where they work.
Jesus Christ. God. Oh, there are children watching the show. Please, please do not use that language. All right, go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, you're on. Please, go ahead.
Call from
John.
All right, John, go ahead.
Hey, I've got a couple Judaism things to talk about.
Judaism things to talk about. Okay, go ahead.
Judaism, whatever. Okay, so what do you call a potato that picks on Jews?
What?
Dictator. Do you get it?
Yeah, I get it.
call from
All right, go ahead. You're on, go ahead. All right. Let's try a couple more calls.
Sounded like an airplane toilet.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead.
Hello?
Hello, caller. You're on the air. Yes.
I was wondering, what's the difference between the Orthodox Jew and whatever you and Ivan are?
Income.
What is it?
No, I would say that Orthodox Jews are much more literal when it comes to the Torah, whereas conservative Jews much closer to a metaphor.
Okay. So you guys like worship the same God and believe in the same hell and everything?
There's no hell in Judaism.
Well, where do you go if you're bad? Like, where do all the cats go?
Heaven. Everybody goes to heaven.
Even when you sin, you don't have to repent or anything like that?
You'll repent once you're in heaven.
You see, the Catholics believe in forgiveness. The Jews, they just believe in guilt.
So, the Jews believe in guilt, and the Catholics believe in forgiveness. So, I don't know, I guess one way I could put this is like, you guys are like a club that lets everybody in and do whatever they want, as long as they feel bad about it.
Yeah.
That's one way of looking at it. Hopefully the metaphors are helpful in not.
Okay.
And there's a button below in our description for people to tip us. It's not a donation; it'd be a tip. We're not
Okay,
taking
and
donations.
then I'm actually wondering too, I have a friend who is addicted to heroin. Can I save him? Or, I'm not sure what it is you guys do. Like, I want to get him back.
I don't
up
think
on his
Jewish
feet.
intervention is how to help your friend. Your friend needs medical attention.
When it comes to substance abuse, There really is nothing you can do until that person hits rock bottom and is willing to make a change for themselves. Anything they do, if they're not doing it for themselves, if you're trying to pull them up, they'll pay lip service to you, and then the minute you turn your back, they'll use again. So, yes.
That's what I was thinking. I was just wondering because Jews know how to budget and have a lot of money. If that was something, if I converted, I would get too, if that's something that's passed down to me.
Oh, no. We're both broke. So yeah, being Jewish does not automatically give you money. I wish that it did. My utility providers wish that it did. But yes, no, that's not a caveat in the whole scheme of things.
Okay. One more thing, I guess. I have a gas leak in my house. Do you have any tips or tricks I could use to maybe fix that?
I'm not much of a plumber myself. I don't really know.
Oh, hold on. I gotta light a cigarette real quick.
Don't light a cigarette if there's a gas leak.
Well, I gotta find them first. Oh, right there. Okay, you got a trick though?
What? Don't light a cigarette. You'll die.
Oh. Well, do you have a number I could call? A good handyman?
I don't know where you're from. How do I... Go to the Yellow Pages. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm looking because the Jews get a good deal. I'm trying to find a good deal.
That's a stereotype. Not all Jews can get good deals. We're not automatically good with money. What is this?
I thought stereotypes were there for a reason.
Yeah, to what? I guess to make stupid jokes.
No, there's a reason behind stereotypes. People don't just make them up. Like, you guys are like the top 5%. No, you guys are the 1%ers, right?
Yep. Yes. I actually plan on going back to my golden mansion after the stream.
Actually, to be quite honest, I made $17,000 last year. So no, I would.
Do you have granite countertops?
No, actually,
Gold.
Actually, they're made out of plywood.
Really? I thought all Jews were supposed to be rich.
They're not.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I got a lot of reading up to do or whatever. You guys. Oh, that was another thing too. You guys follow like the Bible or the Quran? Or it's like some.
You're singling it down.
2/3 of the country make that much money, dude.
Well, there you go. You've just singled yourself down to 2/3.
2/3 of a billion people. Anyway,
there you go.
There you
2/3 of a billion people.
You know, 1 out of 5 ain't good.
So what is it?
I said 1 out of 5 ain't good.
Did you have a real question other than your gas leak that you're probably dying from right now?
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. It's cool. I use recreational drugs.
Well,
are you sure you're Jewish?
I didn't say I was Jewish. I was asking questions about Jews and stuff. Oh, yo, and what does the term kike mean?
What did you say?
The word kike. I heard somebody yelling at me.
Okay, that's about enough. I can't... If you guys are going to use that word, we're pretty much done. Okay? That is filthy... No. I don't think he even had a real gas leak.
I didn't hear anything.
All right, you're on. Go ahead.
All right, so I have a couple of questions about Judaism. So, like, what's the difference between the Torah and like the Bible?
They're 3,700 years apart.
Oh, that's a long time.
Written by people that weren't even close to the same lineage as the people that wrote the Torah.
Okay. So, like, I have another question about Judaism.
Why do people keep saying Judaism? Judaism.
Okay, Judaism. Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm a little frustrated because the calls have been just ridiculous.
how can I convert?
You have to go speak with a rabbi.
I don't know what that is.
You have to study the Holy Writ. You have to be in council of a man of the synagogue, and he has to guide you through the steps of becoming a Jew.
Is it possible to convert from Christian from a Christian because I've been baptized?
There are some who would say that would require a great deal of unlearning, and it's easier for someone who hasn't been indoctrinated into Christianity to accept Judaism. So it's not easy, but it's not impossible.
Okay. And does Judaism require its followers to go out into the world and convert others to Judaism like
Absolutely
Christianity?
not. No, that is a Christian methodology.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is no active conversion process in Judaism. People do not go out asking people to convert to Judaism. If you feel the need to go and convert, then you may.
Yeah, but one last question. What if, Judaism, will they accept me if I believe in fascism?
They will not discriminate based on political views whatsoever.
Right.
So if you're a fascist, a socialist,
communist,
it doesn't really matter. If
Karl Marx was a Jew. He's the root of all evil. It's just communism.
Yeah. They do not get involved in politics in any way, shape, or form. It's sort of a form of separation of church and state, if you will, by refusing to acknowledge those issues.
Okay, are you communist?
No.
Because I heard all Jews are like communists and all Jews are bad, like Zig Heil. Hitler did nothing. Fascism will consume you.
Do you have anything intelligent to say, or just spew nonsense?
That is intelligent. Just shout out to Shadowlink 142. He's my baby. I love you.
Let's take one more call, hopefully an intelligent call. This is really starting to annoy me. All right, go ahead. You're on.
All right, I have a good question.
All right, hopefully you're the last question of the day. So,
All right. If heaven's open to everybody,
right.
Does that mean that Mein Führer Hitler is in heaven?
Again, World War II is not a topic that we're talking about. We're not talking about Hitler.
But he's my daddy. I need to know about my daddy.
Right.
Where is he? Where's my daddy?
I just want to see how much you can do, because this is it. This was your punchline. Everybody here is watching you make this amazing punchline, this hilarious joke, and your joke is that Hitler's your father, and you want to know whether or not he went to heaven, right?
Yeah, I want him to stick his dick in my ass. I want him in my ass right now. I'm watching you, and Ivan, and it's making me so hard right now. And you make me think of my dad, Hitler.
Okay, you guys have a great night. It's a great night. It's a really great way to end the show, is with again more jokes about being homosexual. Right, moving on. Hopefully you guys will follow us. Maybe we can make this a little bit bigger. Another thing is we still have a Facebook page and a Twitter page if people can, come and like us on Facebook and on Twitter and follow us, all that good stuff. So, you know, some of the calls were intelligent. Some of them were offensive and wrong, and saying those words are disgusting. But either way, let's give it a shot. One last call. Hopefully it's good. All right, caller, give us something good to the last call.
This is the last call.
Yep.
So, I'm just wondering, like, well, I just had the question in my head. Give me 1 second. Oh yeah. What's the difference of, like, a pizza and a Jewish person? Like, oh, the Jew doesn't scream in the oven.
Oh,
Hitler
God.
did nothing wrong at all. And, like, Ivan's a baddie.
All right. That's just about enough of that.